I want to install this cheat. Get out of my... You. I have this little faint voice all up in my head. This little faint voice that just keeps calling to me, often saying,
install the
and the more I
cheat.
resist, the harder it itches. Yes, as the voice calls out, it also comes with a hard itch that becomes very difficult to scratch. I kid you not, unless I can find my back scratcher, which is right next to me currently. Now, if no back scratcher is currently present, then it becomes mission inscratchable. I literally have to press myself against a scratchy wall and motion myself up and down just to even attempt to scratch it. Wait, what? Scratch it. I don't know what is wrong with me and this obsession to have as much currency as possible. You greedy ass, get out. I must combat this. I'll tell you what's wrong with me. Game Shark. Game Shark abusion, folks. Oh, how I ever abused it so hard. I am Crimson, welcoming you to part dos. That's deuce. That's number 2 for you. On our last episode, we were entrusted with an old book entitled The White Chronicle. Some bizarre visions arose, and we were assigned a mission by Heist to safeguard back a spy with very important intelligence. We also got introduced to 2 new companions, Marco and Raynie, and we read through lots and lots of texts. And now for the exciting continuation. Dun dun dun. Now this certainly is not just an inn. I'll tell you that from personal experience, and please do not let the sign outside deceive you. See what she said? Everything is delicious? It's true. I sampled it. Everything is very delicioso. Muy delicioso, in fact. Those soldiers are certainly not just here for the drinks, I'll tell you that. Any one of them who states otherwise is a liar. So now, after that pleasant trip to the brothel, at least for myself, I have a few more places to visit, and after that we can finally get moving and head our way out the city. Alright, I bought a couple of health potions and a couple of mana potions. And I also got a ring to improve my stats, stocky stats. Alright, we're fully prepared and I'm ready to roll out. So as you currently saw, my gold sits at 0 as I wasn't able to control myself and I went and spent it all. But I think I spent it wisely. Now, here comes that damage.
Rusk.
Cold as ice. I don't mind when you're like that with me, but you shouldn't be so curt with other guys. Hey, are you heading out on a mission?
Yeah.
A special job, huh?
Alright, Rusk, out with it. What are you trying to say?
This mission dangerous, Stocky.
That's nothing new. All of my missions are dangerous.
It's more than that. What I'm getting at is, I just have a bad feeling about this one. I've seen a lot of soldiers die in my time. Every time it happened, I always got this exact feeling. I could always tell the ones about to die off. I could smell death on them.
And you smell it on me now.
That's right. What I'm sensing from you is nothing good. Even if you happen to survive, you'll be left with something like this arm of mine.
Your gauntlet. They're doing amazing things with Tomatech.
I'll spend the rest of my life with this arm, but having a life to spend, that makes me lucky. You don't want to end up like this, do you?
That vision I had earlier of Raynie and Marco's death. Does Ra's premonition have to do with that? And if so, am I also going to die?
Stocky,
Yeah, what is it?
what is it? Listen to you. You were scared white. I really got to you, didn't I? If so, I'm sorry.
No, it wasn't that. It's something else. Listen, don't worry about it.
Alright then. I know you anyway. No matter how much I argue against it, you'll still go off on the mission.
Our victory or defeat could hang on this mission. I won't fail. I can't.
I hear you. That's the way things are, I guess. The mission is everything. That goes for you and especially military men like me too. I'm sorry if what I said spooked you. I just had to warn you.
I'm glad you're worrying about me. Thanks. But I'll be alright. Allow me to be the one to prove how wrong your intuition can be.
As a soldier, I hope not. But for your sake, I hope so. Well, I should be getting back. Lieutenant General Ross summoned me. Stocky, don't die out there, okay?
I won't.
Custom hydraulics. So, hey, I don't know if it's just me, but Stocky reminds me a lot like Vash. Vash the Stampede. In terms of looks, they look a lot like one another. It's not just his obvious clothes, but his hair as well. Now, I do believe there's a couple of episode where Vash goes undercover or into hiding. Something like that. I'm not sure. I haven't seen the anime since the 2000s, so pardon me. So he goes into hiding or undercover, and he keeps his hair unspiked and down, and he wears it loose. I think it even ends up growing longer. So you put Vashi and Stocky side by side, picture by picture. Look what you get. Look at the similarities. I don't know, maybe it's just me. I'm curious to know, what do you guys think? Does Stocky remind you of Vashi? Oh my goodness. By the way, if you haven't seen Trigun or Trigun, however you personally prefer to pronounce it, I highly recommend it. An outlaw who kicks ass and loves donuts? Yes! Definitely put it on your to watch list. I myself am going to have to watch it again because yeah, it's that damn good. Oh, a shortcut. Please do show me. And we should be getting into a battle here soon. And it's a good thing because I'm thirsty for battle. Marco! Carry me on your back! Look at that running animation. I just love Stocky's running animation. So adorable. Slip and slide into battle. Just as far as instructions go, I don't need no tutorial to know how to rock, baby. I'll summarize it for you guys. Basically, just push the enemy back with a special move, like push us out, for example, to the furthest square, 3 being the furthest. Once the enemy is pushed back, he will then inflict less damage to our main hero and our fellow party members. I know there's an auto battle button which makes you automatically attack. I just really like pressing buttons. I definitely like having companions rather than being a lone wolf. So if you haven't noticed, my microphone quality is better because I was finally able to jiggle my way to a brand new damn mic, and that is the Blue Yeti with a filter and all. And damn, is it looking good in the neighborhood and sounding good. Can I please get a triumphant sound? Oh yeah, that was good. Now, as for my old El Cheapo microphone, you might be asking, or you just might be wondering, what did you do with your old mic, Crimson? Well, you see, it kind of met an unfortunate death. Yes, and the pop filter is actually a real pop filter. Hooray! For no more homemade pantyhose ghetto-ness pop filters. I do love it. Palomites. Oddly, his name has a similar ring to palomitas, which is the Spanish word for popcorn. When I read it, it kind of came at me like that. So, as you know me, I like renaming characters names that just don't fit too good with me, or they don't fit too well. I do have a voice kinda planned out for palomitas. Sounds more feminine than manly. Focus. His voice. Yes, his voice. I do have a voice for him. I'm not going to implant it just yet. I'm going to save it for a very, very later episode. I want a nice, raspy executioner voice for him. His voice should make the ground shake, or at least attempt to. Yeah, I actually want to know where the spy's at myself. Did he stop and pick daisies or what? Because I love the fact that it just started to magically rain. And on top of that, I love the fact that we're just all standing here under the rain, mindlessly smelling one another. Oh, and the fact that not only is the spy late, I'm also soaked. Alright, I finally get to really read this part. First time I played it, I actually skipped this part and a couple of other parts since my DS buttons were kind of stuck. So I had to find and put some WD-40 on those buttons. Of course, this was way into the game. I was speeding through the text before my hard-headed self actually committed to put some WD-40 on it. So, wiped out mercenary group, only 2 survivors, Marco and Raynie, and Heist just decides to take them in. I really think that Heist is a bad guy. He's really shady. Now, it's not just because of his big old nose. It's more of a me thing. Like, for example, in every movie I watch, I always single out a character or a group, and I point to them as the bad guy or bad guys. And as a young boy, I got to have it, and it never escaped me. Oh, in case you're wondering, I am recording this off my emulator and not my DS because, well, recording it from the DS would be kinda really, what's the word, shitty? Yeah, there we go, shitty. So it is being recorded off my DS emulator, that is, just so you guys know. When you play a game so many times, you start to notice things you might have not noticed the first time around. Interesting enough, if you count the soldiers on the screen right now, you'll notice that there's 5. Now, as we go into battle, you'll see that we only fight 3. Get out of here, tutorial. I have no love for you. Wow, they're all set up already. Nice. Let's see. This should lead to a nice combo. These guys are pretty easy as far as damage goes. They hit pretty light. The chickens with their asses on fire hit a bit harder. Never had a chance. Tis, tis, tis. Now, I know the game seems pretty easy right now, but trust me, it will pick up. Yes! 1 up. Now, I'll explain these new skills on the next episode. Except for heal. Well, that's sort of self-explanatory already. Really. So, till the next episode. Ishiwala! Get out of here, tutorial. Getting me out of me here. Ah! What? Seriously? I need another round of coffee. You never know. Blah, 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 blah. You know what? Let's do this. Drop that beat on my ass. I'm going in gentle.
Pressing buttons is sort of my thing. Girl, let me press your button. I promise I'll be gentle. So gentle. I have you melting. Gently button smashing you. As I make you some grilled cheese. She softens me and she says,
What kind?
so I whip it out like no other. Oh yeah, and I tell her all American cheese.
Haha, you ain't got a lot of kicking, baby. I know what's up. Let's start it off gentle. Then we can move to hard mode. I got that power gun. Don't moan so loud, girl. You wake up my moms.